Hello, I am Dory Stoll with Prairie Scraps, and we are here on YouTube for day 21 of 30 days of homemade Christmas gifts. And I'm wondering, do you have those Santa lovers in your family or on your Christmas list? I've got one for you today. It's easy peasy and kind of fun because it is one of these it's called Little Saint Nick cutout, and it's got little pieces, and then he's got his own little Christmas gift. So that is what we are going to do. Let me put you down. It's a little shiny up there. Um, so these are called Little Saint Nick cutout. And then there is gift bundle. Oh, this is the cutout for the gift bundle to go with him. So they're little chunky wood shapes that are little, almost an inch thick. They're about 3/4 of an inch thick. And so they stand on their own, and they've got little pieces that go on them. So we've got all kinds of little things to do. So we're going to just get working here. And one of the things that does happen with this, it even has the double-sided tape that comes with it to put your things on. And one of the things that does happen is these stick on there. So you just take one of your little paint sticks and just slip it under there, and it will pop right off. The good news is they're not lost in shipping that way. So I put those little things. I think they are maybe his cuffs, I think. I don't know. And then we've got the gifts too to do that. So this is kind of a multi-part because we are going to do Santa's different parts. And I think we'll just actually, I'm going to fuzz him real quick. I'm just doing the fuzzing off on the side. Sorry about that. It's just easier. I got to sit in there. All right. So what we want to do is we want to line up this little wood part, this addition, onto this, and then decide what color we're going to do it. So it pretty much is going to make his cuffs white. So I think red is the color. That's what I think. I don't know. I haven't done this before, so you're learning with me today. I'm just going to center it on here. Usually with these cutouts, the worst thing is trying to figure out the center part, but that's okay. We got it. We'll figure it out. So his hat is separate. I don't know. I should have looked at his picture closer, maybe. I probably shut it down. There it is. It does look like, oh, it looks like they went in and did the sack black. I'm kind of a purist. I guess we need black and we need a red here. That's what it looks like to me. Oops. Black velvet. All right. So how did they do that? How do they make him black? Maybe they outlined in red. I don't know. I guess while we're here, let's go ahead and decide which of these pieces goes where. This one looks like it goes on this side. All right. Put his little cuffs here. I think these are in red. I don't know. We're trying it out. I guess there's no real wrong way. Put these little tiny pieces. I almost need tweezers. The cool thing is this really has such great detail. Okay. So we want these white mostly, but we want the little markings on them to outline it. Okay. I think we're going to just do everything. Maybe we'll do the backpack here red or black. And then, I don't know. I don't know how they got the, oh, that is not black. I think that is good to go. I don't need to save that. And I might actually, I think I'm going to use, okay, this one keeps coming off its backing. Go away. Go back away and stay together. I'm going to use a little shimmer shadow, this is called. It's like a black with paste, with glitter in it. Okay, so I'm going to just do his knapsack here and try to somewhat stay in the lines, I guess. The nice thing right here is that it is just the raised piece we're painting here. And we might have to do some like layering on it, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I haven't done this one yet, so this is my first time. You could definitely use this little Santa just as one piece. Go ahead and put him on anything, cut him out, whatever. He is so cute. Okay, so we're going to just peel back just that sack part so I can show you how his sack is black. Santa's sack is black. And there are some little, like, spots on it, but they don't show very well. Okay. And then I'm going to use thick red for the rest of this. And then we'll see what we could do about the black gloves. Because we do want black gloves. I'm going to use some cherry. I really love the cherry. I love all the reds. Reds and greens at Christmas. I don't know. Kind of a traditional girl. Are you traditional colored? Do you like the traditional colors for the holiday? Curious about that. I think we're going to have to. Oops. I thought that hat went all the way up and it doesn't. I think I'm going to have to, after I'm done with this, go ahead and try to get some of it off because it's sort of overwhelming, the transfer. And I know red makes sort of a mess because it does have really strong pigments in it. But we'll see how this looks. And we're going to do those two little legs down here. But I don't want all the extra parts of the legs, so I may just do a little cleanup. If I was in the house, I could use clean up in the, just run it under the water and let it clean up that way. But because we're here in the camper, I'll show you it's kind of a messy way, but it's easier because I don't have to run in the house. That's why. All right, we're going to peel this away. See how we did. Well, the black is pretty good. All right. There he is, Mr. Santa. That was the song the kids sang at the tree lighting the other night. You saw my video on that. Kind of cute. All right. Fair enough. All right, so to clean it off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wipe and put it underneath it to catch so I don't have to clean up anything else. And then I'm going to take my transfer and a wipe, and this is going to take a couple of wipes to do this. You could use a sponge, you could actually use Lysol wipes. I found that by putting the wipe underneath it, that sort of helps. It is messy, however. So this is kind of the messy part, but this helps get it out of the screen. So if you decide to use a different color somewhere, you're not, spreading it out. So now Look at that. Perfect Santa. See how cute that would look like on any picture or whatever. I could totally use this over and over. You know what would be really cute is the shadow box with this in. That'd be cute. So cute. All right, we don't want to. Guess maybe I should put it off to the side a little bit, but I want to just try to get as much of the red off as I possibly can, especially the extras, because that, and I'll probably be using red anyway, but I just don't want to have a big mess. All right, so I'm going to let that dry up a little bit. Oops. There we go. I'm going to let it dry, sticky side up. That way, you could do it right on the backing, but what happens is then you have to wash the backing too. So I figured out, you put it, especially with these smaller ones, you put a wipe underneath it, we're all good to go. Okay, so we've got those little leg cuffs, and the one I'm seeing actually has the gloves and the feet. So I'm going to take a paintbrush, if I can find it. Smaller. This one's like an awful one. All right, let's go in here. I'll take a paintbrush and we are going to do some little bit of painting. If you've watched me at all, it's not my favorite thing to do. I'm not great at it. So I'm going to use the black on the gloves for now. And I'm just going to see how this works. We may have to, I think this has gotten pretty dry. So we may have to, I don't know how they did that so beautifully. I think maybe they went back. It really is okay to like cheat and look at pictures of it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going on the website and taking a look. And I added a little bit of water because I want to make sure. I'm just trying to get in there. It might have to be the gloves redone so that you could see the red. I don't know. Oops. What I might need is some real paste because I'm ending up doing watercolor here, and I'm not meaning to. I want it to be a thicker black. There we go. All right. I might have to still go over that again, so we'll see. I'm going to keep this kind of in my back pocket. Oh, we needed the belt too. I don't know. That's not too bad. It's got a little more white space than those gloves had. I'm just doing the black belt. Painting that in. I'm using it a little more whole than I normally do. When I do watercolors, I usually kind of, there. I think that's good. I usually water it down more, but in this case, I want it to be black. All right. And we don't need anything on there. All right, I think I caught it all. I may have to kind of go over this again with the red on those areas because I'll show you that. You could go as far as putting a little like the white with the sea spray on it to make snow or make it kind of ruffly or 3D on the ruffle parts, but I think these are so little, I think it's kind of hard. So we're going to do now this whole thing, and I'm going to set this aside so that we can do that later. So all we're going to do now is line this up, and I think we're just going to do the whole entire thing red. It'll be fine. And then I'll come back and paint the boots. This way it'll all get outlined, and I won't have to worry about painting in the lines because we all know that I'm not so great at that. The cool thing is that even if you don't get it perfectly done, it's crafting, it's handmade, and that's the part that counts, right? It's the thought that counts, but a little bit homemade, nobody, it's more special that way to have the little imperfections. Not big boo-boos, but imperfections. So we're not going for the boo-boos, but hey. So we're just doing this whole thing. I guess his boots too. I could have stopped, I guess. That was dumb. I should have stopped. I should have stopped at his boots and done his boots. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I'm not. Kind of on a marathon here, trying to get these days done because I'm leaving town. So I apologize. I'm wearing this. Oop, yep, those are some red boots, Mr. Santa Claus. Look at his boots. He looks good, though. He's looking good. Looking good, Mr. Saint Nick. Isn't he cute? He could be cute just like this. You wouldn't have to add all the extras. But, of course, the extras make it that much better. So we're going to, again, lay out set this aside so I don't schmooze it. We're going to wipe off his boots, I think, because we want the boots to be black. So I'm just going to lay it back on there and do the black boots. We're also going to use the red parts on the belt again, and the gloves, just to kind of fix him up so he has all his lines. So I'm going to set this first on here and try to find him. I think that's about it. And I'm just going to go red over the top of his belt and his boots, or his belt and his gloves at this point. And then we'll go back. Hopefully that'll be dry. Oops, I'm gonna scrap that idea. I'm gonna use the tool, and it's still got red, so I'm good. I'm good to go. And we are gonna go red over his gloves to get the outline, and then red over, I think this is gonna work, red over his belt to get the outline, and that's it. And the rest is red anyway. I just colored those parts in, so we want everything to look, show through. There it is. Do you see it? How much? Here, let me show you. Let me show you see how much better the outline is then when I go over it. Cute. I guess I could have guessed where that was and painted it in first and then done it. Okay, now we want to come back to his boots. He is not totally dry here. We know red, it does stain, so we don't want to make a mess out of it. Okay, we'll get this on here, and we're going to just do his boots in black. I have to say that if you're going for, like a solid color, it does look a lot better with when you put it through the screen, when you put it through the transfer. It just looks nice and even and has, just a really nice look to it. Whereas painting, you can kind of see the lines and it doesn't show out just as good. So my suggestion for this, you always get to learn from my mistakes when you watch me. When you go through to do this, make sure that you do the boots black, because you certainly can on here, right? All right, here we go. Shut that. And we're not going to be totally done. Remember, we got that gift yet. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. Look at his little shiny boots. Aren't those cute? All right. Now, let's put this back in the backing. I'll take this in the house, and I will wash it. And that is totally reusable. And then we're going to stick this together. think I'm going to need 2 on this one. That just doesn't seem like enough stickies. Do I have some here? I certainly do. I have some big ones here. Oh, I need that for my little critters. Now that I think about it. Let's get some of this red off my hands. So this is double-sided sticky tape that comes with it. So everything you need to make this little Saint Nick, if you get the bundle, it's going to have your transfer. You'll just need to add in the colors, the paste and the squeegee. The bundle in this case, bundles are not kits. Bundles have like the surface and the transfer together that you need together. I'm going to just put that on there. Just makes them stand out so nicely. All right, and then we're going to push that down nice and firm. See how different he looks now? He's kind of cute. I know the gloves and belt kind of look purple, right? And now we're going to put his little cuff links, his little cuffs on, his boots. And this is where if you kind of went up on the black part, it's okay. Kind of gives you a little fudging room. Put those down on there. Getting those small little pieces. Not, I don't have any nails. I need nails. My hands are so falling apart. I think that's one. Okay, put that little cuff down. I guess it does make him a little stand out. So from here on out, if you don't have the chubby, though, you could do, like, like I said, use a little sea spray and some white. Just make it puffy, or you could use white puffy paint as well. But doesn't he look kind of vintagey? Isn't he kind of cute? Pretty cute. A little bit of shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. So that's one. So Santa takes about 20 minutes. I'm kind of keeping track here. I like to know. Inquiring minds want to know. And then we've got presents. And this one, I need to look at this. There we go. And, oh, cute. I'm looking at I don't know if you could see this, but this is what I like to look and kind of cheat and see how they did it. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. Okay, so we got our work cut out here. Oh, I think they go, you could fill them in or not fill them in. I think that's the deal. This one has 4 parts, and I'm not exactly sure. We're going to be playing around with this a little because it might take me a hot minute to figure this one out. Sometimes when you have these multiple ones, you just got to kind of think it through before you do it. So we're going to think through for this. But I need them apart, first of all. And I'm not doing a great job because they're lifted up. If they could stay down, that's when I cut better, I guess. There we go. The 2 bows. I guess you could do both sides. Do them in different... Sort of looks like they use my favorite red and my favorite green. Let me see. You don't want to stick transfer on transfer. I'm just trying to figure out. I think it's opposite sides. I think they're like the opposite sides. But one is clear and one is the same color. So you could color your presents the chubby one color and then just do the outline. There's our little sticker for a bow. Let's see. So if I want to use the colors, we need to figure out which side it goes on, because you don't want to do it on the wrong side. That is the worst. So we're going to do the present part first. So you see it's got mostly white on it. There. It's got mostly white and just a little bit of green outline. That means it's going to be all that color. So I'm just going to copycat. I love copycatting. We're going to copycat and put our green, our forest shimmer on the bottom. And staying in the lines is key here, at least on the top edge of this little package. And then it looks like the middle package is maybe in Harvest Shimmer, so I'm going to look for that. Tell me, what kinds of gifts have you given in the past? Are you giving gifts this year for Christmas that are handmade? I'd love to hear what your ideas are, what you're looking for. Make sure you say hello, say hey. So because it's going to take me a while before I get to the next present, I'm just going to lift it and make sure that we're ready for the next level. So there's the bottom present. Isn't that cute? So much detail. All right, and I'm just going to leave that sit there. I'm going to look for my yellows. That's not it. I think it's on the back side of my reds here. See if I can find the Harvest. I think that's the color. Not saffron. That's not it. Where, oh, where could it be right now? My little heater says it's set at 60, and it is sweating hot in here. I am telling you, it is hot, hot, hot. All right. I think I have, that's too bright. Yep, Shimmer Harvest. It says it's set at 60 and it just keeps pumping out the air. Pumping and pumping. It's kind of crazy. And hot. Crazy hot. All right. Now we got to get this clean. I'm hoping this little, I used a lot of this, I think. Well, maybe not. I'm hoping this works. It is kind of a fallish color, but I haven't used it. See if we could get it going. Add water to your chalks. They are water-based. Look at me. Time to cut me off, right? Time to cut me off. See if I can find some. Ooh, not so much. I don't know if we can get this going or not. It does. It's more like Play-Doh. So it's not totally hard, but it's going to take some work, I think. I try to use bottled water for these. It's nicer for my Airstream, but then it's cleaner because you don't want to put like impurities into it. Your paste will smell, because they do have like a shelf life. They're kind of, because they're water based, they don't have like preservatives in them, so they get impurities into them. They can kind of make a mess. I just need a little. If you could just spare me some. Yes, I am talking to my chalk. One of the things I really love about using these little shaped, chunky pieces, cutouts, is that it's like kind of like having a kit, but you still can choose your own colors or you can copy. But it's easy peasy, it lines up, and it's very satisfying. Like you can get done and you're like, wow, that was fun. It's not a huge project. You're just limited to what size it is. Although here, this is turning into a little bit of a project here. Let's see if I can use this. It's pretty dry yet, so I should be patient, but I'm not. I'm just trying to find kind of a soft spot that maybe I can use on that package. Let's see if I can get it to spread. It's a little, and it's a little thick, so I'm gonna try not to make a mess and still get it on there. And because it's so thick, it is hard to get it on there. Oh, shoot. And I just ran it through the green. Nice. Well, it's like a yellow marble shimmery mess. I've made a mess, that's for sure. Look at what I did. It's messy. All right, and then I just put it in the jar too, so I'm going to have to really stir this in so it's not green streaks in it. All right, let's peel it back. Oh, it's not too bad. It's a little bit shimmery, and it's lighter than I would like. Let's just say that. All right, I am going to remove this, and we want to get the last layer down and then do the bow. I think we're going to use regular gold shimmer. I'm just going to clean this off. We're going to continue on like that didn't just happen. Pretend we didn't just make a mess. We're going to use the same red we used on Santa for the top layer. Cherry. I think the other one you could use on the other side, so you could have like two options on the little presents. You could do different colors or do it all in the red and black like this, or use this. Then we don't have to do the bow on here. We'll do the bow. Here it is. It's pretty cute. Not too bad. It's kind of messy. Not my best work. I will say that. Not my best work. Let's get this. Sometimes that happens. These are kind of full of red, so I'm starting to make a bigger mess. I'm going to try to, I don't know why these leaked above. I'm going to try to straighten that out. Always when you're trying to wipe it off, wipe towards the present. It might not seem like it, but I am going towards it to get it off. Also, well, and this is going to be under the bow, hopefully, so we'll be okay. Also, there's the little present. You can look at that. And St. Nick, oops, my surface here is not straight. There he is. I'll put him up there. The last thing we're going to do is the bow. I need to figure out which way, actually, does the bow go. Do we want it that way? Or do we want it that way? I think it shows everything this way. All right, so there you can look at his little present stack. That's still drying. And then we're going to do the bow. And this is the side up. The good news is we can, if we do it wrong, we can flip it. Do it again. It really is. I mean, even if I didn't like that little present guy, I could wipe it off and then sand it and start over. And we would be good to go. It all works out. Oh boy. I'm going to try the trick of upside down. So I put the transfer upside down, and then I'm just going to lay the bow on it as best I can in the middle, and then flip it. And usually that works, maybe close. Well, I started all over anyway. Yeah, big clumsy fingers, so there we go. No, thought I had it. This is where perfectionism is not a good thing. There we go. I was getting it, but then this one, the little tie was off. So now I'm going to use the shimmer gold. Maybe I should have used that for the middle present. I don't know. I just wanted to stand out, just like on the thing. We're just going to use the little tool here. Put it up here so you can see. And you can kind of just hold on to the transfer as long as you got it on there well. Grab this paste and get it on there, and then we'll stick it with a there goes Saint Nick. Guess I'm getting a lump of coal. I knocked him over. Not so nice. My son-in-law, he sent me a QR code for my new shop today, and I said, "You are so awesome." He goes, I'm racking up points for Christmas." I think that's what he said. Racking up good, I don't know, points for Christmas. I said, "Well, no coal in your stocking this year." And he was like, "Yay." We don't do Santa anyway, but oh, that turned out really good, actually. I'm pretty proud of that one. Is that nice? Put this back on. We will wash those. I keep seeing in the mirror. Oh, there it is. Like I see red somewhere. It's really, I'm not bleeding. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I think maybe I better dry it. So even though I kind of goofed that up, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And we're just going to stick this on here. It just looks like we're psychedelic. I don't know. Mine just doesn't look as good as the picture. You know what we could do? I'm just going to stick with it. It'll be fine. I'm thinking about like redoing the other side, doing it different, just the colors to match Santa. Doing maybe like a like paint the whole thing red and then outline it in black to match Santa. So you could do that. Let me know if you do that. I'd love to see it. Let me know how it looks. All right, we're just sticking that on. Not too bad. Okay, there he is, Santa and his presents stock. All right, that is it for day 21. It is a little bit longer project, but you could do any of our shapes this way, and whatever your plans are. But if you were looking for a little Saint Nick gift and stand, a little decor item, sometimes a little something is so fun. And like I said, in hindsight, I would maybe paint the whole block. Nah, it would be hard. I think I would do the outline in red and then paint the inside red and then go over it with the outline of black. So you could do that, and then it would match Saint Nick. So that would be the other idea. But you could do whatever you want. Maybe you don't like my colors, whatever. I thank you so much for being here this today for the day 21 of 30 days of Christmas homemade Christmas gifts. Be sure to subscribe and like and do the little notification button. And if you would like, try to become a member. Thank you so much. Have a very blessed day and keep on crafting.